Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my team-by-team analysis and recap of the 2013 NFL Draft. This video is for the Arizona Cardinals, who had 9 picks in the 2013 NFL Draft. The first of those picks was number 7 overall. The Cardinals scoop up Jonathan Cooper, the guard from North Carolina. There was some thinking if one of the big 3 tackles was available at this pick, they'd go tackle. But all 3 of those guys were taken by this point. They get a nice consolation prize in the form of Jonathan Cooper. Obviously, the Cardinals thought he's a little more well-rounded than a Chance Warmack, for instance. And you could debate if a guard should ever go in the top 10, but you can't debate how good Jonathan Cooper is. And they get Jonathan Cooper with the number 7 pick. At number 45, which was the Cardinals' next pick, they get Kevin Minter, the inside linebacker from LSU. Kevin Minter is going to be a nice compliment to Darrell Washington, who's going to miss the first 4 games of the season, but even after that, they should be a pretty good duo. Minter had a very productive season this year at LSU. He only did it for 1 year at LSU, but you know what? You saw enough from Minter on tape to realize, hey, this guy is the real deal and can definitely be a contributor at the NFL level. Round 3, pick number 69 overall, is where you get the much talked about pick of Tyrann Mathieu, the defensive back, return man from LSU. You know, they get him in round 3, and the conventional thinking is, you know, you team him with Patrick Peterson, his old college teammate, and Kevin Minter for that fact, and maybe that'll make him get on the straight and narrow and be a contributor at the NFL level. You know, I'm not going to get all crazy about the Mathieu pick like other people are. You know, I'm going to take a total wait-and-see approach on this. If he's a good citizen and can still play football, because the guy hasn't played in a year, he's going to be a valuable pick for the Cardinals. If not, it'll just be a, you know, chalk it up to a one bad draft pick kind of thing. I think, as I'll get into in a second, the Cardinals did good enough in this draft where if they screwed up on the Mathieu pick, I don't think it'll kill them. Pick number 116, again, they addressed the offensive guard position with Earl Watford from James Madison, certainly a lesser-known player. They probably reached for him a little bit at this point in the draft, but hey, that was a big position of need for the Cardinals. They needed to come out of this draft with 2 guards. They get Cooper in the first. They reach a little bit for Watford here, but hey, he may start from day 1 just due to the absolute miserable guard situation that the Cardinals had coming into this draft. In the next round, pick number 140 overall, you know, the Cardinals jump on Stepfan Taylor from Stanford, and if you listen to this channel, you know this is a guy I was very high on. You know, I understand his 40 time wasn't scintillating, but you know, sometimes you overanalyze things. If you watched any Stanford games in the last 2 or 3 years and watch this guy run, he's just a pleasure to watch play. Runs very well inside the tackles. It remains to be seen whether he can get on the outside in the NFL. But with the injury histories of Rashard Mendenhall and Ryan Williams, I think it's good to have a quality guy there ready to go if something should happen to either of those 2 guys. Pick number 174 overall, they spent on a receiver. And in my mind, very wisely, spent it on Ryan Swope from Texas A&M. You remember, when after Swope's combine, he rose up the draft charts. There were some injury concerns late, which is why you see him slip all the way to pick number 174. And, you know, I think this was an excellent pick again. The ceiling with this guy is very high as far as for where you picked him, what he can give you. Potentially, he has a potential to be a very good slot receiver to complement, of course, Larry Fitzgerald and Michael Floyd. In a pinch, I think he can play on the outside for you as well. And if he's okay health-wise, I think we're going to look back at this as a steal of this draft. Pick number 187, they go running back again. They again go a guy that was slated to go a little bit earlier, and Andre Ellington from Clemson. Ellington will be a change of pace to a Ryan Williams, Rashard Mendenhall, and Stepfan Taylor. Those 3 guys are all pretty much the same kind of back, but Ellington will give them a different dimension. So sort of I don't want to say a scat back, but a good change of pace back in that Cardinals offense. And with their last pick, the Cardinals went tight end with DC Jefferson out of Rutgers. Look, I don't know much about Jefferson, but what I do know is that the Cardinals are very thin at the tight end position. And if this guy can give them anything, even be a backup with a number 7 pick, with a 7th round pick, he's well worth it. So overall, I give the Cardinals a B on in their draft. The only reason I give them a B is not because of the players they selected, but because they didn't address the tackle need at all. They didn't pick one tackle in this draft, and to me, that was their biggest need coming in. So, I love the players they picked. I went through that. I thought they maybe should have took a flyer on a tackle at some point. Remains to be seen what they do here. I myself will be a little queasy of Levi Brown protecting Carson Palmer's backside, but let me know what you guys think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at SNewsAnalysis. Guys, be sure to subscribe to my channel. You guys will see I've uploaded almost 500 videos here on YouTube, and I will be doing your team as well in a draft recap. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks again for listening, and have a great day.